Let's speak a little bit about the shape of the letters. Many people that they research that subject matter, they find out that the letters that we have today in the Sefer Torah is different than the ancient writing, the ancient letters that Am Yisrael had. And then comes up the question, if that's something that is relatively new, so how come it can contain like all of those wonderful qualities, and we're making so much like drashot about the shape of the letters and so on, but it's something that like came supposedly recently within the like last 3,000 years. Now, those kind of shape of letters that we're using in Sefer Torah is called Ashurit. Okay, so people think Ashurit, it means Ashur, that is like a certain nation, certain place that the Jewish people went to the exile there. So supposedly, according to their theory, they brought those letters from there, those shape of the letters, even though it's not the shape of the letters that this nation is using. But there is a theory like that in the world. So I want to refer to that theory and explain with the help of Hashem what I got in my research about it. First of all, like I said, it's nothing to do with this nation of Ashur, that even though it's true that the Jewish people were there, but the Jewish people were all over the world. I think that like there's no place in the world that Jewish people didn't get to. So that's not the reason. Okay. The fact that it came later and it was not the original shape of letters that we had in the time of Moshe Rabbeinu. First of all, we don't know exactly what was the shape of the letters in the time of Moshe Rabbeinu, but there is a certain tradition, a certain theory of what was it. You can find it. But anyhow, the way I understand it is like prophecy. Okay, the rabbis that build the shape of the letters that we have today, the Ashurit, they were prophets. Yeah? The time of Ezra Sofer, Nehemiah, those the last prophets that they were at the beginning of Anshe Knesset Gedolah. According to my research, these are the individuals that they made the alphabet as we have it today. Now, what is prophecy? Prophecy is something that somebody is like invention, coming up with a new idea. No, it's truth that is, it has a place in the heavens. And the prophet, he have the ability of revealing in this world the truth of the heavens. So in other words, to my understanding, those letters of the Ashurit, what we call the Ashurit, were always there in the heavens. And in a certain point in the history of humankind, certain individuals, they got that permission to reveal those letters in the earth. And obviously, by definition, nothing is happening if it's not needed. So obviously it was needed in their time, and it was not needed before. So when it was needed, so then Hashem brought that truth of those letters that are so powerful through those prophets to reveal them specifically to Am Yisrael, but to the whole world. That's one thing. Another thing that I saw in the writings of Rav Avraham Abulafia Zatzal, that is like one of the main sources about Kabbalistic meditation and how to relate to the letters and the combinations of the letters and so on. So in one of the places is speaking about that point, and he says that the name Ashurit, it's because it's from the root of like Ishur, like that it is proved, that Hashem proved it to be the truth for us, for Am Yisrael. And it's nothing to do with the nation Ashur. That's his words. So for me, I take his words much more than the any research that somebody will bring me from any university or something like that. And whoever wants to take that tradition of Rav Mulafia and whatever I came up with in my research from the different sources that I got, Baruch haba. And whoever wants to argue, there's always room to argue.